What's up, Scooter Gang? Anyways, maybe this can help somebody. So, back tire change. You already know. Gotta undo the brakes. You're gonna undo these brakes. Take the brake off. Then you're gonna see these. Right here, this is gonna be the 18mm socket. Put it in there, get it out. You get both sides loose. Boom, then you're gonna have your pieces. Put it to the side. Pretty much this right here, it's gonna be a split rim. Oh yeah, you're gonna undo this part. This part right here, you're just gonna screw it, take it off. Once you take it off, it'll be able to come up, pop right off. Boop. Once that comes off, you're gonna be able to take that out. You're gonna need this right here. You're gonna take out the screws, which is, you know, I mainly got all mainly got them all right here. The bigger ones or longer ones are these ones. The longer ones are the ones you're gonna take out first, which is gonna come out. These things right here, you're gonna take these out too. But this thing pretty much is gonna come out. Motors. Okay. Now these are the ones you just gonna come out. It's gonna be right here. You're gonna take those out. Those are gonna be your long screws. These ones. It's gonna be your longer ones. Then you're gonna take out these ones, which is not too hard. Put this right there like that. I'm trying to see what I'm doing. This is not too hard of a process. You know, you just gotta have patience. But if you have a little patience, everything else will be fine. Oh, mind you, before you start doing this, oh man, I feel like an idiot. You want to take out the air. Yeah, take out the air. See, these are the littler ones. See, the bigger ones are going to be the ones that goes into the motor. Then the smaller ones are going to be the ones that are here that are going to close the rim. That's going to close and open your split rim. Put that there, boom. I got one that's cause one of my screws got missing, so I'm using another one, a little titanium joint. It's not the exact right size, but it does fit, but I use it because it does work, so why not? It's better than going back and forth with these people, because Vera Motors sent me a new motor, complete motor, only because it's stripped. One of the screws stripped, and that was horrible, man. It sucked. But yeah, they were cool about it, man. They were like, yo, you know, it was still under warranty, so they went ahead and they sent me a new motor. You know, shout outs to Vera Motor. Thank you all. Anyway, when you want to do it, right? Like sometimes it's just, most of the time it's just gonna unsplit itself. Boom. So when that comes out, then you're just gonna come out here. You're gonna separate it. And if you can do it with your hands, you do it with your hands. For the most part, there you go. See? Then you're gonna have this little black sealed part. This is gonna be the seal. So make sure you got that on there, and make sure it doesn't pinch or nothing like that when you're putting it back on. Like that. That holds the air in to make sure, you know, it doesn't leak. And you have the other one, see, on this side right here. So yeah, you take these off, and then you put the tire. You take this off. This one will come out just like that one. Boom. And then you take it off, and then you put your new tire on. Boom. Once you know what side you know you're gonna put it on. Boom. You start putting everything back together. You just gotta make sure you look, and you make sure that you can put everything back together exactly the way it was. So you want to make sure that this part right here, where it goes, the air goes in at, goes in this part that has the space. See? So I want to line that up perfectly like that. And then once I put it, line it up the way I need it. Once I line it up the way I need it, I can put the screws back on. But before I do that, and I recommend this to a lot of people, man, because this stuff is good. You want to use some of this stuff right here, man, because this helps against corrosion, rust, and all that to that nature. So if you want to screenshot that, I don't know if you want to screenshot that or not, but this really helps against corrosion and just like you know, because this stuff, it does get corroded after a while, you know, it gets rusty and stuff like that. So this helps against all that. So apply some of that stuff. Try to apply some of that stuff to all your shit. Like that, it doesn't get rusty, and then, you know, it even, you know, helps it so it comes, everything comes out nice and smooth. You know what I mean? So when you're doing it next time, you wanna do this next time. You know, everything comes out nice and smooth. You know, it's not gonna corrode. Nothing's gonna get corroded. You know what I'm saying? So everything stays nice. So I'm just gonna add a little bit, you know, to everywhere, every little hole there is. Go ahead and add some on there. You know, why not? You know what I mean? And I put this shit on everything, bro. Like I literally put it on all the screws, everything like that. Everything comes out. Everything comes back out nice. So when we take everything back out, it'll be pretty easy. It won't be all rusty and all stuck on there and shit. So I usually put something at the end like that, because this is where it's gonna sit at the most. And you know, I add to the side and all that, so, you know, to the tip, a little bit on the tip, so like that can go in right. Then after you put it in there too, you know what I'm saying, you can go ahead and still add some on the top. Like that, it doesn't get rusty at all. You know, that's the main thing. You know, you have it in there for a while, and then, you know, this shit gets rusty after a while. You know what I'm saying? Because it just sits there. So we're going to go ahead and try to prevent that as much as possible. This stuff is really good. I use it on everything that I know I got to go to the wetter on. Especially my 9x Max. I put it on all the screws underneath. You know what I'm saying? Can get rusty. And it get really, you know, they get really bad corroded, and sometimes you go to take them out, and then, you know what I'm saying, they start stripping and shit like that, because, you know, it's like stuck on there. You know, sometimes you gotta bang it in a little bit, you know what I'm saying, for it to come completely out and all that. So I just try to prevent as much as I can. I put this shit on almost everything. Screws, anything like that, you know what I mean? Sorry I'm taking so long with this part, but I just want to make sure everything is fine. They sent me one screw that was bad joint, but yeah. So anyway, I'll put this on the side, do that, more of that a little bit later. But yeah, the screws, it'll go in just like that. So you're gonna want to hold it as best way as you can and then put the screws back in. So I'm gonna make sure that I line this up right. So it looks good. You can also add like a little lube on there if you need to, you know what I'm saying? What I mean by that is like you can add like a little bit of soap and water and shit right here if you want, you know what I'm saying, to make it a little more easier to put on. I do that, you know, when I need to. But yeah, I'm just adding a little more of that stuff everywhere because this stuff is really good, man. It really works. I wouldn't be bragging about it like that because these people don't give me no money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sponsored by anybody. These people don't give me no bread. You know, I'm just spitting facts because I want to help the people, man. I'm for the people. You know what I'm saying? I'm for the people. But yeah, after you make sure all your shit is lined up, bro. See, it's a little bit crooked. I'm trying to fix it. But freaking, just make sure you put everything, you line everything up, and then boom. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Everything is put together right. Nothing look funny. Nothing funny money. I just feel like it's not. Okay. So sometimes I like to put my knees on it to close it like that. I can like close it real good because you don't want it, especially the first one. You don't want to put the first one in there and then it starts stripping or whatever because you don't want it to get messed up. So you're gonna start with the literal ones like that. You put them in, boom, get them going. Hold up, actually. I feel dumb. I feel stupid, hilarious. Wrong way. So yeah. So what I usually do, man, is I like to put them all in. Put them in where they're supposed to be. Like that, you know exactly where they go. I like to keep the one that's a little off over here. You see how they all in? I put them all in like that. Like that. Now when I start pressing down, I can start tightening them up. And then they'll all get into place. Yeah, man. Keep them all kind of down. like that. Nothing strips. The worst thing you want to do is strip something. You don't want to strip nothing, man. So really, you're supposed to do this with like one of those what's that shit called? The torque wrench. You're supposed to like set it to a certain setting with a torque wrench like that. You don't strip nothing. But what I do is that I just do it snug. Like I don't over tighten it. You don't want to over tighten this, bro, because then you got to get a whole new rim, and that shit is a pain in the ass. Because these Emove cruisers right now, these things are hard to find, you know. Like right now, they send me a new one of these, boom, and then they're already out of stock. So, you know, now I got two. That's good. You know, if anything, put one away until I need it. But not everybody has that luxury, so just take care of your stuff, man. Don't over tighten anything on this scooter, man, because it's fairly new. So you don't really know what kind of metal or whatever they're using. You know, this shit is fairly new. So I'm not sure if I stripped what I did is on the other scooter, I stripped this shit, this part. So then every time I try to screw the joint, it didn't want to. Every time I went all the way down, and it kept spinning. Another thing is, I think this was damaged too. So when this was damaged, they sent me one with a love nut. This was damaged. So then when I try to put it on here, it actually damaged my motor, what they call this, the axle. So I actually damaged the axle because they sent me a bad one of these. So then when I tried to put it on, it just kept stripping and stripping, and it continued messing this one up, and then it fucked up my motor too. So anyway, now, like I said, you know, you only got these nice snug. You don't want to over tighten none of this shit. So give me a minute. I'm just gonna make sure I'm doing this right. Give me 1 second. I know this video is probably long as shit already, bro. I appreciate y'all. You know, I really didn't see nothing on this online, so I wanted to make a video for y'all just to let y'all know how easy this is. You know, because some people might look at it and be like, oh man, this look like a challenge, you know, and get a little nervous or scared about it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm here to show you that, you know, it's not that scary, you know what I'm saying? And even if you haven't did this yet, I still recommend this stuff. Get it and then put it on the surface. You know, and then make sure your screws, bro, because you don't want none of these to get rusty to the point where you can't really take them out, bro, because then it's going to be a real pain in the ass. Then you're going to have to get a heating gun and all that, and, you know, with the heating gun and everything, and then try to break some of the Loctite that's on here, because a lot of this stuff come with Loctite already on there. So they put Loctite in the factory also, so some of this stuff might be a little bit harder to remove, but it's not impossible. Also, just, you know, be careful when you're removing these things, man. If you feel like you're putting too much pressure to take these things off, lighten up. You know, just lighten up. You know, don't do this to the point where you feel like you're about to strip something, because these screws that come from the factory, man, the warehouse ones are not the best. They're not really great screws, so you just want to be careful with that. Now, damn, this freaking video is mad long. Anyway, getting into 20 minutes. So I got one of these, man. I don't have nothing fancy here, so I usually put one of these up to the highest P setting, the highest PSI, which is 150, and we're gonna go ahead and give them some juice. Hold up, bear with me, y'all. Just bear with me. So let's see if I can get this right. Let's see what it does. it's getting tight. Go ahead and turn it off at that because it looked like it filled up pretty good. So as you see, it's not that hard at all. You got the air on there. I'm at yeah, right there, bro. Looks like it's good. Feels good. Boom, you know what I'm saying? And then bam. Then you're gonna put this shit right back on here. You know what I'm saying? And that's mainly, that's mainly everything. Then you just want to get this. You want to get your stuff here lined up right. So once you get that lined up, you want to make sure your nozzle right there, you want to make sure that that sucker goes into the space that looks like there's a gap. So wherever you see like there's a gap, which you won't really see it on here right away, but when you put this on, boom, you be golden. You pretty much just put this on until you get it on the spot you want it on. I mean, you just gotta play with it a little bit, find whichever way works best. Bada bing, bada boom. And there you go. Then you start putting these longer ones, put it back on the scooter, you plug it back in after you put everything else on. But I just wanted to show y'all, really y'all can skip through a lot of the bullshit that I was talking about in the beginning. But I just wanted to show you that it's pretty easy to get this tire on here. The split rim, don't be nervous about it. Just pretty much just follow the steps that I did. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to do this, so it's very easy. And I just wanted to make this video to show that I love the split rim thing. I'm gonna see how it stands the best test of time. So oh, by the way, the tire that Vera Motors got for this sucker, one of the best tires that I've ever felt on an electric scooter. 10 out of 10 with the tires, man. Love it. The only really complaint about the scooter that I have is that I got one of the first models, so I don't have to do a motor, but I want to get it. It's still going to be 52 volts, which I'm fine with that. But one of the issues that I don't like about this scooter is that it's not fully hydraulic brakes, which I want to get the fully hydraulic brakes on there. That's the reason why I want to buy the set. I do want to add an additional motor to the front. I would like to get a little bit more twerk. Another thing that I hate about this scooter is the back. This shit, when it's wet outside, bro, this thing doesn't, bro, you're pretty much wet, bro. Like, this shit is gonna wet the shit out of you, man. Vera Motors, like, if you see this video, bro, please do something about this fender, man. Make a better fender or something, man. Anyway, y'all have a great day.